2, 1.
As far as lunch goes, I can show this to you.
Hello, Blue Devils. I'm Andrew Clark Hodgkins.
And I'm Melissa Cloutier. Welcome to this week's episode of SHS Today.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at at the latest in fashion and clothes and masks, an update on Salem High School sports, the new free food offered here at Salem High, Cam Newton's chemistry with the Pats, and so much more.
First off, I hope you're hungry because Sarah and I took an inside look at the new free lunch and breakfast offered here at Salem High.
As far as lunch goes, I can show this to you. So you would need, there's 5 meal components. In order to get the free meal, you need to at least get 3. So 1 meat or meat alternative, a grain, a fruit or a vegetable, a milk. To be the most healthy you can be, you really should be getting all 5. So the origin of the free meal program starts back to when COVID first hit. The United States Department of Agriculture is the federal department that provides all the meals to the school. When COVID hit and everyone went remote learning and businesses were being shut down and people couldn't work, they stepped in and they did some waivers that allowed us to receive this free food and give it to the students who were learning remotely. From there, it transitioned into a program called the Seamless Summer Program, and that was allowing us to provide meals to students all through the summer. This is really important because we still have students that are remote learning, and even the students that are physically in school, people are still trying to play catch up from being out of work last school season, and so it really is a great program. It's really going to allow us to help students stay fed, stay healthy, make sure that everyone is getting a full balanced nutrition. And so it's good. It is stated to end December 31st or until the funding runs out. So it could end up getting extended again. We will see what happens with Corona, but it's a great program, so we're really lucky to have this.
It's awesome that we don't need to pay for our lunches, especially with everything going on.
I couldn't agree more. In sports news, the New England Patriots kick off the new season with a new quarterback. Amy and Andrew took a deeper look into the game and how the new quarterback is predicted to perform with the Pats this season.
With the new Patriots season comes new challenges. The NFL season has finally begun, and tons are waiting to see the Patriots finally fail. The Patriots have started their season 1-1 with their new leader, Cam Newton. So far, he's thrown for over 500 yards and rushed for over 100 yards. This nearly quadruples Tom Brady's rushing totals for the 2019 season. Obviously, Pats fans can expect a change in their offense this year. But is it a positive change? We interviewed the students at Salem High to see what they think.
My opinion of Cam Newton was, well, before he came to the Patriots, everybody thought he was going to be washed and all that because of his injury. But I feel like he showed everyone he was pretty good right after. But the first 2 games went very well, and everybody's been playing their role.
I mean, he's pretty good. It's not like his MVP season, but he's good. He's playing like a above average quarterback. No, he's thrown for 500 plus yards.
For 100 plus yards.
I mean, he had a good game with the Seahawks. Kind of got bailed by the refs though, but it happened.
So, will this new addition to the Pats help them continue their dynasty? Only time will tell. Back to you, Alyssa.
Hopefully the Patriots can continue their dynasty with their new quarterback. Right now, Alfredo is live in the control room ready to update us on our SHS sports teams. Over to you, Alfredo.
That's right, guys. Sports in Salem High School have been changed by the week. That's why Angel and I caught up with SHS's director, Scott Insigna, to catch up with the latest news on fall sports.
Changed boys and girls soccer. We have changed volleyball, and we have changed field hockey. So field hockey has been canceled, volleyball has been canceled, girls, boys, and boys and girls soccer has been spread out over a 4-day period as opposed to a 2-day period. So the near future is we're going to get through as many games as we can get to in the fall. I mean, the fact that we are still playing and there are several schools still playing is a huge asset to kids all over the state. As far as what happens, the winter and the spring, I don't have that crystal ball, but if we move forward with the protocols that we have in place, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to play. I know that we'll do probably the same things that we've done from the fall, those changes that we've made week to week, so hopefully accommodate the winter. The one thing that we can't control is what kids and parents and families are doing outside of school. So if we had a Salem bubble, we'd be okay, but we're not. So we have to deal with those as it comes. But I think for right now, I think we're doing the best service that we can do for our student athletes and making sure that we can get some games. And no, I don't think they'll ever be the same. I know that some of the things that we're doing now will help certain sports, but no, nothing will be the same. And it's not exclusively to sports. It'll be a different world here in school. It'll be a different world outside of school. Employment in so many different fields will change, but sports will never be the same. First home game for every team is senior night. So today, the boys soccer team is home. They're going to do the senior day, and that's a guarantee that we can get those in. So rather than our traditional wait to the last home game, celebrate the season, and then we're going to do it straight off the bat now with every single sport. And I'll do that even if, God willing, we can get to winter and spring. We'll do the same thing. We'll just do that for every sport, just so we can at least guarantee that those seniors have that celebration ready.
Sports are changing in a way no one thought they would. We'll definitely keep you posted on the latest news here at Salem High every week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Sports teams are going to have a killer season. I think we have a chance to go far in the playoffs.
Moving on from sports, Nina Galvez is going to break down the new Mulan movie on this week's Films in a Flash.
Hey movie fans, and welcome to Films in a Flash. I'm Nina Galvez, and today we are going to be taking a look at Disney's newest live-action remake, Mulan, and my opinion on it. Keep in mind that before we start that this is all my opinion, and please don't take any of this the wrong way if you do like this movie or if you disagree with any of my opinions. Disney has so far made 23 live-action remakes. Some include The Jungle Book, Aladdin, and the newest one, Mulan. My personal favorite remake they've made so far is Cinderella. It's the only movie in my opinion that perfectly balances the new stuff without losing the story. And believe it or not, that is the main problem with these Disney live-action remakes that I have. They either have too much new stuff and completely lose the story, like Mulan, or they keep the original story so much that you can plainly see how much worse the movie is, like Aladdin. Mulan not having many of the main cast was a great mistake. The animated one had memorable songs, funny characters, awesome cuts, and most of all, it was relatable. I understand that they wanted to make it more realistic, but if making the movie more boring for your viewers, I wouldn't have taken that chance to begin with and just gone with the original animated version. The newer Mulan made the character of Mulan extremely dull, and overall shouldn't have even been called Mulan. In the original, you saw Mulan turn from this normal girl into a warrior, and ultimately shows you that sometimes having a brain is better than having brawn. In the live-action movie, there is no training, almost at all. She's basically perfect as a child and knows how to fight right from the get-go. It's kinda underwhelming for me and multiple other viewers that had this problem with it. I think the best scene that represents the difference is when they find out she's a girl. In the original, they find out from her getting hurt. This makes her much more human than the live action already. But in the live action, she just shows them she's a girl. In the animated movie, there were stakes. They almost killed her. And the only reason they didn't was because of Shang, who wasn't even in the live action remake to begin with. Then later, they just accept her as commander? Like, why? She wasn't even accepted in the original until they actually needed her to fight off the bad guy. I could honestly go on and on about my problems with this movie, but I'll give it a generous 3 out of 10 from me. Anyways, that was my opinion on the live-action Mulan movie. I will say that it was a great movie production-wise and was very beautiful to watch. But quality-wise, I don't really think it was great. That's been Films in a Flash, and I hope you all are staying safe. Peace out.
I'm definitely going to add that to my watch list. Next up, we have Evan and Danny with the latest mask fashion.
Hello, I'm fashion expert Evan Bixby, and we're in the Fashionista Fallout Bunker. As those watching know, COVID-19 has affected almost all facets of our day-to-day life. Masks have prohibited us from achieving our peak pizzazz in our outfits. Not to worry, we at the Fashionista Fallout Bunker are ready to answer common concerns about looking stylish in this global pandemic. A question we receive often is, how do I stand out from the rest of the half-faced crowd and make my outfit still look stylish with my mask? Try matching your mask to your outfit's core colors, or use complementary colors that highlight your outfit's primary colors. If you're feeling courageous, a mask that has a mouth or jaw design works wonders in making you stand out. Solid, single-color masks are best for work and formal wear. On the contrary, eccentric groovier mask patterns can work well in dotting eyes to its bold, vibrant style. Masks and personality are the name of the game, and also serve as great icebreakers. If possible, try to be considerate of what fabric you wear, as masks are worn for hours on end. Materials that don't hold up to sweat and oil produced by the skin aren't fit for it. Firmer fabrics like cloth and cotton perform wonderfully under these conditions. Wearing masks all day is certainly frustrating. It's important to remember that it's all for the sake of keeping everyone in good health.
Wow, who knew that there could be so many different ways and styles of masks to wear?
Staying on track with fashion, Katie and Taylor will be talking about some of the 2000s fashion trends that are making a comeback this year.
Welcome to Katie and Taylor's Closet. This is a new segment we have every week, and we will be talking about fashion trends that have come back since the early 2000s. First up are jeans. So right now is skinny jeans, high-waisted, but right now really like low-waisted jeans and flare and like not skinny, just boot cuts have come back.
I like them better than skinny jeans. I think skinny jeans are horrendous.
And I think they add a lot of like flavor to your outfit too, and you can do a lot more with it than just like boots, crop top, skinny jeans. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it adds a lot of flavor.
So the next trend that has come back is hair clips. I was wearing a lot of hair clips, and they're just cute, like pearled ones.
I have a lot of butterfly clips. Those have come back.
A lot of butterfly clips.
Really, the style is more like pulling your hair back. Mm-hmm. You can do a lot of stuff. Like I've seen people do braids and just clip them in their braids. There's a lot you can do with them. Also, speaking of hair, bandanas, as I'm wearing, has been really popular recently too.
So platform shoes, which I love.
Yeah.
Like platform sneakers.
Platform heels.
And not like wedgie shoes anymore. Which
like,
more like, I don't know, how would you say it? Like platform like Doc Martens or really like high like buffalo white sneakers.
Yeah, a lot of neon colors too. Neons are in right now.
Yeah, very like flashy, like hot, like
I'm here.
Yeah.
Also, what's really come back is two-piece suits. A lot of Juicy Couture, which is kind of hard to find because they did go out of business. But I know Ocean State Joblog has Juicy Couture, and they just have a lot of cute styles. So.
Yeah, even like I know a lot of girls get them like from Depop or like online, or even just kind of like off-brand Juicy stuff, which I think is like honestly still kind of cute. Like, a lot of like the velour sweatshirts, or even like two-piece like skirts and dresses, like not dresses but like skirts and shirts for like fancier occasions. So that is the first episode of Taylor and Katie's Closet, and hopefully we'll be able to make one more appearance with the segment
before we hand it down.
So yeah,
bye.
Thanks.
Who knew that in 20 years these trends would be back and better than ever?
Lindsay Jones is standing by live inside the Performing Arts Center with the latest on how COVID has impacted the arts at SHS. Lindsay?
Thanks, Andrew. Well, COVID-19 has affected not only Salem classrooms and athletics, but it has also had a major impact on all SHS extracurriculars. This includes the Salem Marching Band and Color Guard, which has been forced to make many accommodations to comply with the coronavirus strain. We interviewed Color Guard captains Lauren Ross and Jenna McDowell, as well as band section leader Emma Hansen, to see how the Performing Arts Department has complied with these new policies.
Hi, my name's Lauren Ross. I'm one of the Color Guard captains.
Hi, my name is Jenna McDowell, and I'm one of the two Color Guard captains of the Salem High School marching band and color guard.
Hi, my name's Emma Hansen. I'm drum captain in the Salem High School Marching Band. I'd say what I'm looking forward to is just being able to play and be with my friends and just be able to at least perform something, even if it's not like the best show that I could ever perform. I will say that I'm just looking to get education out of it and to refine my skills. This is my last year, and being drum captain is a lot of pressure, but I'm learning and I'm growing, and that's all I want to do.
I think just as seniors, we're hoping for as normal of a season as possible, similarly to every other year. And with how hard everybody's been working, I think we'll be able to pull that off even with all of the hindrances caused by COVID.
Disadvantages would definitely be having to wear a mask while you're marching. And I love that they're mandating it and that we do have to, because it does make me feel safe, but it's definitely hard.
Since guard is a high intensity activity, sometimes the mask can get in the way of breathing. The fact that we've had shorter practices and farther in between than previous years has also been a struggle, so we won't have as many performances as we would have in previous years. We're not allowed in the guard closet, so we take all of our equipment home with us and bring it back and forth.
As for advantages, I think that just like it gives us something new to work through as a guard, and we can just like overcome this challenge. So hopefully next year the captains and like the seniors and the juniors that year are just gonna really be able to like shine, and that's just the most that I could ask from them, is that they take this and use it to help them get better. As for our show this year, it's kind of themed the past Salem shows, so it's like songs from the past they like put together, and there's definitely some new tricks in it, especially from the guards, so look out for that.
I think that we're doing the best that we can. Other schools can't do some of the stuff that we're doing, so I think that the fact that we're still able to rehearse and perform means that we're really lucky.
Everyone's going through it right now. There's nothing we can do about it, so we just really have to make the most of it.
We also spoke to band director Marty Clausen for some more insight on the current season.
We're going to be performing at the first football game. I think that's the 25th of September. What we will be performing will be kind of an abbreviated show, so the whole thing lasts about 5 minutes. In the summertime when we were planning this thing, we didn't know if we'd be able to do anything. Well, let's see. There's been several disadvantages to the season. Masking-wise, the wind players have a second set of masks. They cut holes in the mask so they can get the mouthpiece in. For brass instruments, we have a bell cover. It's kind of like a mask for the instrument. We also had to actually write our drill, and the drill is the formations on the field as we move around during the show. Our drill writer had to write all of the drills so that no one ever came less than 6 feet from any other person. And the snare line, for example, is usually shoulder to shoulder. And now, because they're so spread out, it makes it much more difficult to hear and keep the show together. So I do want to say one thing, and that is that with all these restrictions, I cannot believe how good the students have been. It is a real big pain. Everybody also knows that if we don't do this stuff, we're not going to have anything to do because we'll get shut down. And so I'm just super proud of the people that I'm working with, because they're the ones that are making it happen.
It is clear the band and color guard have been forced to adapt to a multitude of new changes for this season. However, they will never stop continuing to perform either way.
Thank you, Lindsay. Looks like the performing arts students have adjusted well to their new changes. Can't wait to see how they do.
As we learned in school, some of our students are already still remote learning. Michael and Connor are here to give us a look on how remote learning is going so far.
What I like about remote learning is that you can have more flexibility with your time after school. So, you know, like how you would do your classwork in school. If you don't have the time at home, you can just do it whenever you want within the day.
Personally, I think remote learning is a great opportunity for students that don't want to come to high school this year.
I like remote learning because, you know, the flexibility. I find it just as straightforward as the ones at school, except there's no lunch block and no directed study block. I think they're just as fine as you would see them at school.
We used to take for granted our privilege in attending school in person. Hopefully we can stay safe and continue going to school.
There have certainly been a lot of new changes, but I'm so excited to be back.
Same here. It's great to be back. Thanks for tuning in this week. We will see you again soon. For Alyssa Cloutier, I'm Andrew Clark Hodgkins. Stay safe, Salem.